It feels like nothing I've ever experienced before to have my grandma take me in and adopt me.
Kinship care is essentially a term that the Texas Department of Family Protective Services uses when they have a child that's under state's custody that's placed with a relative or a fictive kinship caregiver.
What a kinship caregiver means to me personally is that I get to have my grandchildren in my care, taking care of them, making sure that they're okay, and not having to worry about them being placed with another family that I don't know.
A kinship caregiver is typically an aunt, uncle, grandpa, grandma, also an adult sibling of that child, so a sister or brother, and also a fictive kinship caregiver.
The child that was placed with me was not biologically related to me. I actually took in my student. And since we had a relationship, I was able to get her placed with me because we knew each other beforehand. So that's how I became a fictive kinship caretaker.
It was very important for me to keep my grandchildren, Tania and Terrence, out of the system because I wanted them to make sure that they still felt like they were wanted. Not having a mom, not having a dad in place, it can set up rejection. It can set up a feeling of, not feeling worthy enough. And so I wanted to make sure that they were placed with someone that they knew and that could give them that family unconditional love.
Kinship care is so important because a child under state's custody, when they're placed with relatives, typically has better outcomes behaviorally. They have less trauma because they're in a familiar home or a familiar setting.
I would say that it's a blessing, and I love how she takes care of us and how she loves us and supports us in everything we do, and how she strives to help us do greater and be better and work harder and strive for excellence.
I know that they're safe. I know that they are striving. And oh my God, they're doing so great. My grandson is in gifted and talented classes. My granddaughter is in honors classes.
Typically, the child that's placed into a kinship home or a fictive kin home is going to have that tradition piece and cultural piece that's connected to that family. So that child is going to learn so much more things about that culture and the tradition with that bio family.
My mom is still here and alive, and so they spend a lot of time with Nana. And it's just so wonderful when they see her and she comes in and they hug her and kiss her. If they were in another home, they wouldn't be able to do that. It takes a lot of work, but it's definitely worth it.
The best thing since sliced bread.